Good nearly afternoon, everyone. 5 minutes to the actual time of noon. It's a nice bright day again. A little bit of a scowl required. Little bit of cloud, not too much though, but beautiful. Looking lovely. What's it looking like where you are? What are you looking like? Where you been? What you've been up to? Has it been a home-based morning, a busy morning, an out and about morning? Are you planning for an out and about afternoon, or are you pulling back and chilling down for a little bit this afternoon? What's the plan? Because we know what the plan is for now. It's approaching 12 noon. We've got a movement snack with a couple of tea towel moves in. So grab your tea towel and try and make it so it's a long-ish tea towel, not too short and stubby. There's a move I've got coming up that requires us to hold on to the very ends. So a bit of grip and grasp going on, a little bit of different arm movements. I don't think we've done anything like the one I've got planned today. So I hope you enjoy it. So this afternoon, well, bin spin this morning, went to an 8 o'clock class, nipped to shopping, got some fuel, caught up with a few emails and messages and stuff like that. Always thinking about football in the background. It's just a small obsession of mine, I think. Afternoon, Vivian and Paul. Afternoon, Ken. Yeah, so brain's always going, isn't it? We'll let the body take over a little bit with this movement snack. So yes, grab a tea towel, a chair, a space, an indoor and an outdoor space, it's up to you. And a bit of external support for when you, or if you, come into standing. That's all you need, not very much at all. And if you've not got a tea towel to hand, there might be an item of washing that you've got lying around that you could just pick up and use. That's all you need. Right, bright and breezy up in Scotland. Sun has disappeared in Bolton. It's turning a bit grey, is it? You always get a bit of grey up there, don't you, Vivian? Is it because you're on the borders of the moors? I think you are, aren't you? Or is it the Peak District? My geography's never been a strong point. I can remember driving up to Rotherham one time and having a bit of a panic attack because I'd recently been to Rochester and another place that began with an R that I can't remember now, and I just thought, I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. I'm 3 hours wrong. Luckily, I wasn't. Right, Gillian is just in from the school run. Is that picking up a small person from preschool or something like that? Because if you've only just took them to school, it's midday. They've missed the morning. You've had a chilled out morning. Maddie's here. Good day to you. Right, we've got Vivian, Ken, Gillian, Paul, Maddie. That's it. That's all we've got so far. Grab your tea towel. A long-ish tea towel for those of you who are just arriving. Will be better than a short, stubby tea towel. Got a couple of tea towel moves today that I don't think we've done. I mean, you might have thought that 3 and a bit years down the line, we might have done all what needs to be done with regards to moving. But no, we continue to find new bits and pieces. I see Gillian, she is full-time in September, so part-timing it at the moment. I was a bit of a part-timer yesterday with work. A bit easily distracted as well in one way or another. Right, Maddie's back from the dentist. Hope all is good. Right, no work needed. That'll do. We'll take that. Christine's in. Hello, Penzance. Right, it's 12 noon. Here we are, 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon and welcome. It's time for a movement snack. You're with me, Kelsey Leverton from Later Life Training. And today it is Tuesday. It is the 16th of May and it's 2023. Let's start as we always do with a bit of a posture check and a bit of circulation boosting. Just move this. Get my space in check. Seated options, standing options, you choose. You might want to go between the one and the other. External support, again, use it a little bit, use it whenever you need, or perhaps not at all. Lift and lengthen first of all, then add the pedals to it. Then pick the knees up a bit, clear the feet off the floor, but roll through the feet as you pick them up and as you put them back down again, so that we're working through the ankles. Lifting tall from your seated position, hip walk forwards if you're not there already. Find your perch and then off your set. Few foot pedals, few leg marches. Feel free to go back to the foot pedals. Sometimes this catches into the hips a bit in seated, sometimes it catches into the sides of the hips a bit more in standing. Same action, similar movement pattern in a lot of ways, but tends to work slightly different depending on where you are, sat down or stood up. Right, let's add in an arm swing. You might want to bring both arms in together. I'm just going to bring the one in at a time and then add the other one in. You might not want to add the other arm in, so if not, just keep hold of your chair or your external support and bring the second side in for a turn. Keep going. About 3 minutes is all we need. To be honest, you probably get just over 3 minutes per movement snack, so all in all, we've got about 10 minutes of circulation boosting should you be doing all 3 movement snacks. Remember, your circulation booster can be done in a travelling fashion, i.e. a walk. So off your set, you might want to go up and back down your room, in your garden, up the corridor, in your hallway, and in seated if you want to do a bit of a travelling shift in hip walking circ boost, you of course can. Practicing that really important functional shifting, readjusting, getting comfortable, getting on and getting off of chairs and beds, car seats, etc. And there we have your circ boost, lifting the heart rate a bit, lifting the breathing rate, bringing it deeper, slightly deeper breathing, but not out of puff. There we go. Right, have we got our tea towels at the ready? Right, seated or standing, exactly the same. Bring your hands and grip the very end of your tea towel. So we're going to do a move where we turn the wrists, so go inwards, and it wraps around, but hopefully it's quite broad so it won't kind of chop into your hands, and pull from there, and then take the wrist out of that curled position and pull wide there. So into the, and pull, and out of it and pull there. So you can see the arms turn in, it wraps around you and you pull, and then your palms are back down, knuckles are forwards, and we've got a wider pull there. So turning it over, pulling, turning it back and pulling. All of this is around waistband level. You can see you're getting your wrists. There's a little movement through the shoulders there as well. See where you can feel it. You can feel it around the shoulders, a little bit into the chest as well. With that narrow pull, I can feel a bit of squeezing into the chest as well. Our arms, wrists, elbows, shoulders go through multiple movements per day, multiple directions. Pulling actions as well. Grip strength. Oh, that feels tiring. Give your shoulders a circle off when you've done, and you should feel that extra bit of warmth just building around the shoulders, a bit into the upper back, maybe a squeeze into the chest as well, and into the grip. Maybe feeling that grip working into the forearms too. Nice little twisty, turny, strengthening based type move there. There you go, job done. Take your tea towel, pop it to one side. Now, if you want to, you can start in standing with this, with some external support. And you're going to lift the knee up as high as you can, so into a one-leg stand, but with a high knee, and then a little reach down to see if you can touch your foot. Now, if you've got external support in front of you and your knee's not going to clatter with your external support, you can lift up and then just come straight back to external support. If you've just got it to the one side of you, at some point, swap sides. So you can see there's a shift of weight, standing legs strong, a lift of the knee, a little tilt and a reach down, recover, and then get the foot back down securely. In seated, same difference. No probable need for external support, but lift, lean and reach. You might want to go opposite arm to leg here. That might feel a bit easier, and then back down. We're pretty much squashed in the hips anyway, so this will squash the hips even more, and you won't be able to lift your leg quite as high. So that might only be quite a small leg lift, but you might need quite a bit more lean forwards to reach the shoelaces. Opposite arm to leg is definitely easier on that one than same arm, same leg. So you're going to be rolling the spine, curving the spine, but then sitting it back up again as you do that little leg lift there. Keep going. Now, an extra challenge for you. If you want to get your tea towel, I've doubled mine over. Have a look down. I'm going to drop the tea towel down to the foot, external support in place, one leg stand coming up for a retrieval of that, what is this again? Tea towel. I've just put one foot slightly in front of the other so I can see where I'm dropping, I can see where I'm aiming it for, and there's less chance of missing. Shift, lift, bend and reach and retrieve. In standing, again, it's up to you if you want to go opposite hand to foot or same hand, same foot. In seated, you're probably going to find that a bit easier. You might need to just hinge forwards a little bit, drop it down, lift it up and reach. If there's a little bit of a turn out there, you can see there's a straight, might be a bit of a trick, but if you turn your knee outwards and reach, you could probably retrieve that a bit better. Have a look again at that. So lift, knee goes out to the side, foot turns inwards slightly as you can see, and then we're back up tall. Turning the hips out, the knees out a little bit when you do that, will just free up a little bit of extra movement in the hip area. Like I say, there's only so far up you can come and so far over you can lean before it gets a little bit squashy. A little bit of a split stance. an easy drop, a same arm, same leg pickup, or a opposite arm to leg pickup. The less support you have, the higher the knee goes, the longer time in the one leg stand and the balance challenge, the more challenging it will be for your balance. Oh, I'm gonna have to go a different way for that. Same arm, same leg for me on this one. I keep catching my shoelace. I'm pulling that as well. One side might feel a little bit easier to balance on than the other side. One hip might be a little bit more mobile than the other. One-sided leaning forwards might feel a little bit easier than the other as well. Just what happens. Okay, how are we doing for time? Okay, 11, we've got time just for one more thing. Wrap or stack. Hands one on top of the other. We'll just do a little bit for grip strength. So squeeze, we put a twist in where we bring the arms in close to the body, and then an upwards and a downwards pull at exactly the same time, and relax. Free up your fingers, go again. There's the squeeze, so squeeze and press down the shoulders rather than squeeze here. Turn the knuckles forwards, pull upwards and downwards, and then ease out of it. Release your grip and fingers for a sec. Squeeze, press the shoulders down, twist, take your elbows into your side, and then there's your upwards and downwards pull. You can see it's just about level with chest height. Any much higher, we're coming into the realms of a shoulder lift there, and everything just being really tight and hunched in the neck and shoulder area. Squeeze, twist, pulling up, pulling down. Try it with the other hand on top. I think I've done about 5 there. Elbows out, elbows in as the twist comes, and then pulling and relax. So lots of different movements here, linked in together to improve grip strength, hand strength, wrist strength, twisting actions for wringing out, folding stuff, turning jars, any stiff like outdoor taps that you might need to have a go at, any fastenings, keys turning the door, and any pulling actions that you might need. Pulling the duvet cover on, getting the pillows into their cases. There we go. Little bit of a wiggle and a waggle on the fingers, freeing them up again, and there we have your 12 noon, everybody. Ooh, ah, oof. There we go. All right, everyone, there we have your 12 noon for today. It's just clouded over slightly. Got wet hair because I've been to the gym this morning and had a midday bath as well, I did. Oh, how the home workers live, hey? All right, everyone, have a fantabulous afternoon, whatever you're up to. I've got the minis football sesh tonight, which is always good fun. Like bees round a honey pot. That's what it's like, but good fun. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Bex will be with you at 4 p.m.